Hi, in this session, we are going to discuss one of the important topic that is data flow. Data flow, quick start with, and this lab it will take 20 minutes. We can complete the task. And here, what are all the tasks we are going to do? One is how to create a cloud storage bucket. Then we are going to use the Apache Beam. Apache Beam SDK, that is the main uh, open source tool we are using to support the batch and the stream processing jobs. That is one of the option. We are going to use this Apache Beam SDK. And third one is what we are going to run an example data flow pipeline remotely. Here we are using an example of to calculate the word count. And task 4 is check that your data flow job succeeded, whether it is executed successfully. And lastly, testive understanding. This Apache Beam SDK, I told it is an open source programming model, mainly helpful for the data pipeline. To support this Apache Beam, we are using one of the service options provided by the Google Cloud, that is Dataflow. In this lab, what we are doing, we are going to create a Python development environment for the data flow, and we are going to run an example data flow pipeline. Very first thing, first we are going to create a cloud storage bucket. Second one is obviously we are going to use the Apache Beam SDK for Python and run a data flow pipeline. First task we will do, before doing the first task, I started the lab and I'm going to open the Google Cloud Console. Open link in the private window. Okay. Then I'm going to create a cloud storage bucket. Go to the navigation menu, cloud storage buckets. It will take some time to open uh, the lab. Now go to the navigation menu, cloud storage and buckets. After this, I'm going to click on the create bucket and click on create bucket. Then you can give the bucket name. This bucket name it is same as your project ID, that is Qwik GCP04 is the project ID, because the bucket name it must be unique. I have to give the unique name. Then I'm going to select the location type multi-region US. Yes, multi-region. Continue. Already it is selected. Okay, now we need not to do anything. Just leave all the values as default. Then click on create. Now that bucket is created. It is going to create. We can check the progress. Okay, enforce because we not informed to remove the uncheck enforce public access prevention on this bucket. Leave as it is. This bucket is set to prevent exposure of data on the public internet. So public access will be prevented by clicking on this checkbox. Now click on confirm. Okay. After this, you can see the bucket is going to this bucket is created. You can check your progress. Assessment completed. cloud storage. You can see here, let's check my progress. Assessment is completed. Next, what we will do, we are going to install the Apache Beam SDK for Python image. How to install the Apache Beam SDK? Here we are going to run the Docker image. You already know Docker, it is helpful for creating a container. How to create a container? You're going to use the command docker run. Okay. To ensure that you use a supported Python version, begin by running the Python 3.9 Docker image. So I'm going to create a container this from this Docker image Python 3.9. Okay, it pulls a Docker container with the latest version of the Python 3.9 and opens up a command shell for you to run the following command inside your container. Now you are running the commands, next command inside your container. Okay, now I'm going to create a container. How to create a container of this Python 3.9? Just you have to activate your Cloud Shell. Activate the Cloud Shell. Okay, it will take some time uh, to for provisioning the resources. Click on authorize the Cloud Shell. If you are going to run any commands, we're going to prefer this what Cloud Shell. It is like an what local machine. You can local machine can store any number of files. Some amount of the persistent storage it is allotted for you. You can do any activities. You can by this Cloud Shell. Okay, by that time after creating what Docker container, then what we will do, we can install the Apache Beam SDK for Python. Okay, in the next command of this version 2.610. Now I'm going to copy. I think you copy this. Okay, now I'm going to creating a container. That container is going to be created. This container image it is pulled from the Docker. And now the container is going to create. After creating a container, you're going to install inside your container. You're going to install Apache Beam. Okay, it will take some time. Then later you're going to run the word count.py example locally by running the following command. After installing the Apache Beam, you're going to run the word count because I'm going to use one of the sample example that is to calculate the word count and the result is going to be to in this output file. As this prompt is open, this is the what now the container is running. Inside the container, you're going to install the Apache Beam. Okay, after installing the Apache Beam, I'm going to check the word count.py example by running this command. Okay, it will take some time to install the Apache Beam. Okay, after installing the Apache Beam, then we can do further tasks. Okay, we will wait for some time. And now we will see. Still it is installing. Okay. Then later what we'll do in the task 3, we're going to, this is all what we did without any what data flow. I run the command. Now I will do, I'm going to uh, save the environment. We are creating the environment variable by the bucket. I'm going to add the bucket name there. Then I'm going to run the Python, that is file, that is wordcount.py file, by using this data flow runner. Okay. Using command line, I'm going to run the same job, um, so I can run the job easily. Yes, it is created. Now what I will do, I can go with this output file. I'm going to run the word count, that is sample example. Okay, next, I'm going to check whether the output it is stored in the output file or not by using this ls command. Yes, it is there, output file. Now what I will do, I can use this cat command. Can copy, click here, control C, control it will, control C it won't work. Yes, see, in a document, there are a number of words. It's going to be calculated with how many this word it appeared how many times, sad it appeared how many times. As output I am going to getting output I am getting now in the task 3. We are on an example data flow pipeline. I am going to create the bucket environment variable. Okay, then I am adding the path for the bucket. How to add the path? Here you also can see what is the bucket name you created. You can do this. Wait. Okay, this is the bucket name I created. Okay. Then I'm going to see the same bucket name here because I'm adding the bucket name to the environment variable. Here I give space, I think. Remove that space. This bucket name is added. Now run the wordcount.py example. Okay. After this, I'm going to check the data flow job is succeeded. You can open the navigation menu. You can click on the data flow. In the list of the services, you can see the word count job with the status is running. Okay, you can watch the process. You click on the name to watch the process. When all the boxes are checked off, you can continue watching the logs in the cloud shell. The process is complete when the status is succeeded. You will see that. Mm, used to run the job. After running the job, we can check, right? Go to the navigation menu, then what I can do, data flow. Okay, instead of this here only I can type, right? Data flow. Here it is there. The status is failed. Why it is failed? We will see. Okay, after installing this one, I can use this one again. Not this one. For this is the task code. This. Okay. See this. Okay. Run the command again. Okay, this is you will get this message. Until you get this message, you keep on rerun the command. Okay, that is job message edited. Workers have started successfully. Okay, three ones. Yes, sir. It will take some time to run the job. Later, you can see the results. You can go to the cloud storage, click on the name of your webpacket. You should see the results and staging directories. In the results folder, you can see the output file that your job is created. Click on a file to see the word count it contains. Okay. Data flow temp location must be valid. Cloud storage URLs. Okay, still it is running. Okay. They say it may be the internet issue. It's taking some time. And this is all about this data flow. This is the way it's going to run. Wait for some time. uh, You can see the progress. Okay, it is not executed. Thing. Not submitted. Still, it is taking time. That's why the progress is not updated. It is taking much of the time. Okay, once again, quick revision what we did till now. One is I created the cloud storage bucket. Second one is install the Apache Beam SDK for Python. Here I created the container by running this Docker command with this version 3.12. Then I installed the Apache Beam with this version. Yes, I'm going to run this wordcount.py file. Okay, that result is going to be stored in the output file. How to check this output file? ls command. Then you can use the cat command to view the data. Now, what I did, same thing. I'm going to run this example in the data flow pipeline. Before running, I'm going to assign the bucket name to the environment variable. Later, I'm going to run this command. This command it is helpful for what storing the results. of this data flow job. Okay, now we will see something that was taking place. Check your data flow succeeded. Now you can go to the navigation menu, click on the data flow. You can see the status is running. Okay, this is failed job as it is succeeded. It is in the running state. Okay, now we can see the output as assessment completed. Now we can see the progress and check my progress. You will get 50 out of 15. Okay, now we will see this cloud storage navigation cloud storage menu. Okay, go to this navigation cloud storage and the buckets.